Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time for the finale for Dexter New Blood. And I said a whole bunch of hypotheses of what I think might happen, what I hope will happen, that kind of stuff. I've also, since the last disc, have been started to watch some of the other reactors and their excitement and everything with the series Dexter New Blood. Of course, they recorded theirs back when it came out, but we have Nikki and Steven. We have, hold on, TBR Schmidt. We have, oh, there's like three or four others I'm watching too. And I've only gotten up to episode 4 on any of theirs. But something I got to thinking about is Mr. Olson, the oil guy with the helicopter. We haven't heard anything more about him. Was that it? We just needed him for the helicopter, or is there something else with him? The big bad, or what seems to be the big bad, is dead, and that's Kurt. However, Angela knows who Dexter is, knows he's the Harbor Butcher. Bay Harbor Butcher? Bay Harbor, I think is how it's pronounced. I think they put an H at the beginning of it. We kind of got a lot of stuff out there going on. We saw that Molly was killed, and it seemed weird for him to go ahead and kill her because she seemed to be off his trail, but he did go ahead and kill her. I don't know if it was out of frustration or tying loose ends up or what. And also, Harrison has now been through the process with Dexter, killing Kurt. So, what's going to happen with Harrison? And as they all mentioned, and I mentioned in the last one, this is a mini series. They haven't said anything about a spinoff or anything like that. But I could see them easily doing a spinoff with Harrison if they did it right. So we'll have to see. But let's go ahead and get into this finale because I want to see if I'm right, what I'm wrong about, which is probably everything, and go from there. Dishwasher is going in the background. You probably won't hear it, but just in case. And oh, the other big thing, I cut a bunch of hair off. Well, there you can see it. Cut a bunch of hair off. About some of it was 5 inches, some of it was 6 inches. So anywhere between 5 and 6 inches of hair. So lots of hair. All right, let's get into it. And this one is called Sins of the Father. And we talked about the sins of the father with Kurt. Looks like we're getting our confrontation in those quick snippets.
Population 2,760.
This is Molly's tape.
Iron Lake may seem like the idyllic snow globe town Norman Rockwell would jerk off to. So
it is a bit of a Norman Rockwell town, isn't it?
And the
I wonder if we're going to hear something we didn't hear
I come up with.
that was off camera
Have to leave.
between her and Kurt.
You're listening to Mary fucking Kill.
So many good people. Fred Jr., Pastor Brian,
and Garfield.
Logan, Teddy, Abraham.
Feels like we're saying goodbye to them.
Good folks. Make that Mr. Serial Killer and son.
Why would someone do that?
Can you think of anyone you crossed?
He's playing dumb
recently?
pretty well.
Yeah, thanks, Teddy. This is my father's.
Harry's watch.
Hey, it's from all of us. Yeah.
That one kid didn't want to admit that.
You're too kind, really.
Takes a village.
Now, are they all going to find out the truth? Or is Angela going to keep the secret?
But I just got here. I mean, I finally feel like I fit in.
And he likes
You've done a
Audrey.
great job, but think about how good a fresh start will feel.
It's 3,000 miles away from my friends. From Audrey.
Yeah.
We can't do what we do.
He might not want to continue it. The urge might be all gone. Just letting that little bit out.
Except instead of hurting someone innocent, we bring justice to someone who deserves.
And save a lot of innocent people.
Yeah.
This isn't going to go as smoothly as he thinks.
I'll let you know when the time is right.
Hopefully before she confronts him, but we know that's not going to happen.
Harrison said that.
Harrison said they. Hinge.
She didn't find a
Everything
trophy,
okay?
did she? What did she find?
You okay?
She can't hide it anymore.
I rise from the ashes.
She's getting scared.
Tell me what's going on.
Turn around! On your knees! Hands on your head!
And she was waiting to hear the car leave the driveway.
What the hell is this about?
Because there's at least a few options.
So she told him at least. I forget his name. Mason?
You're under arrest for the murder of Matthew Stern Caldwell.
Matt Caldwell.
Oh, did she find the pen? How much did she tell her partner, though? I don't know if he's considered partner, but you guys know. He's obviously going to keep Harrison out of it, but will Harrison keep himself out of it? I think it was the pen that she found. This isn't the first time we've been through this, right? Didn't they? I think they arrested him in the original series too, but it wasn't quite so closed case. It's been a while since I've seen the original.
For the record, please state your name.
Jim Lindsay.
Your other
State
name.
your goddamn name.
Yeah, you remember when I came in and identified that distinctive rifle for you?
Yes, you're a good citizen.
I try to be.
Do you really have no sense of sarcasm?
No.
Yes.
He's been working on it.
We never identified the type of screws and plate used to repair that sort of fracture.
She doesn't have gloves on, but yet took it out of an evidence bag.
I found them in my mailbox.
You gotta keep the gloves on until everything
This note.
has been completed.
You burned it. Smart. Until it isn't. Because here's the hitch.
There's a camera.
Titanium. Doesn't melt.
And then he needed someone to frame. Why not the boyfriend of the chief?
I think she's still got some evidence she's sitting on. I can't remember what all she has. Other than the connections with the Bay Harbor Butcher.
You don't know the full fucking context.
If there is a full fucking context, you might want to fill me in.
So she hasn't told him everything.
Logan will bring you in to see your father.
If I can remember Logan. I don't know where I got Mason from.
Hey, I've been in tougher spots. I'll get out of this.
That's true.
Come on, guys.
That was a quick 5 minutes.
You're a good man, Logan.
Oh, is he going to punch
For
him?
Harrison's sake.
Then why were you dating him? Why'd you let him into our house?
Well, because she didn't know.
Is he dangerous too?
No.
Yeah, he
I
is.
promise.
He's going to end up doing something to escape.
It's really putting me in touch with my
Rather than being
Harrison growing up
patient.
without a father.
So far, this is not feeling like a finale.
Never fun eating alone.
He's going to try to pry him for
I
information.
know this must be really, really tough for you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, didn't pry him too hard.
Motherfucker.
What did she just realize? Angel. That's what she realized.
I hope I didn't give you the wrong impression. You know, I'm a happily married man.
This is a police matter.
How can I help?
Good on, Angel.
We've had some deaths in Iron Lake that are very similar to an old Miami Metro case. Who?
Dexter Morgan, but he died years ago.
You're going to hang up and not say anything more? Is he going to fly up to Iron Lake?
Put that lying son of a bitch back in my office.
You're not done for the night?
Oh, I'm just getting started.
Is she going to get too emotionally involved?
And it's how I know that you, Dexter Morgan, are the Bay Harbor Butcher.
So she laid it out there. Is he going to crack?
Turn off the camera.
If you've got something to say, just say it to the camera.
Is he going to tell her the code? Did she leave the mic on?
I have dedicated my entire life to this.
Yeah, and you've been met with scorn and ridicule at every turn because you've had a gut feeling but no proof. You go to that cabin and you'll finally have it. Proof.
I think she believes him. Kind of upset because if he is telling the truth, then he's kind of done a good thing.
Back in the cell, I've got to check something out.
And that would be?
The conundrum.
Fucking do it.
How could this possibly be your fault?
He's not going to react on her, is he?
Things certainly weren't normal when you and I were on track to becoming brother and sister.
So you think this arrest means our parents are breaking up?
Yeah.
My dad told me to wait at the end.
But I guess we don't always have to do what our parents want.
Well, maybe he's going to sleep with her again.
Remember when you thought not killing was the problem? How's that going for you?
Hi, Deb. I can't remember if I've said this in earlier episodes, but I've certainly recognized it in my mind that Deb is Dex's, it's his argument against himself, and she's playing the protagonist in that respect. And because a lot of folks were saying how aggressive Deb is, and this seems more aggressive than usual for Deb, but it's Dexter playing her out in his mind. It's not Deb. So I don't know if I said that early on, but I've always thought that. And I agree with others who have pointed that out, that it's his personification of her and personification of the arguments he already has inside him. It's easier to have those arguments if you give it to somebody else to yell at you about than it is for you to yell at yourself about it, if that makes sense. I had a feeling he was going to do something to escape. This is just going to make matters worse for him.
Don't do that.
It didn't ricochet, did it?
Damn it, Logan.
Or did he break
You
his
should've
neck?
listened to me.
I think he broke his neck. He'd be pretty damn lucky if that was a ricochet that killed him. Yeah, he's moving like he just put him in a sleeper. He's going to get caught running. I have a feeling Harrison is going to back out of helping Dexter because he doesn't really want to leave Audrey. And right now, he's not tied to any of it. I don't think he'll rat on him, but I don't think he'll help him escape either. Molly. That's a soft ringtone. Hi, Teddy.
What's up, Chief?
Get me state troopers, CSI, the coroners, the motherfucking FBI.
He's dead. Now he really is running for his life. Is Harrison going to be there?
I'll explain everything later. We need to go now.
He liked Logan.
Look, we'll talk about everything. I promise. But this is it. We gotta get out of here.
He's not going to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm still your dad, and I'm here now. I'm right here.
Got to make a
Come with
decision,
me, buddy.
Harrison. I don't think he's going to go, though.
You have to turn yourself in. There's no other way.
And he's not going to do that.
If I do, I get the death penalty. You don't have to come with me.
Going to leave him again.
But I can't stay here.
Is he going to pull a gun on him? Yep, the gun he gave him for Christmas.
Would I be so fucked up? Open your eyes and look at what you've done!
All the things that Deb was saying to him.
I want to be normal.
What is normal?
I'm sorry for everything I've done to you.
He's going
You
to turn and
deserve
walk
better.
away. And Harrison's not going to shoot him.
Better father.
Which is why he didn't talk to him for 10 years to begin with.
Just like I showed you.
Does he want him to dispose of him like he did Kurt?
Deep breath.
Seems a little weird for him to talk him through it. Oh, he did it. So we've killed Dexter. How are we going to tie everything up? Is Harrison going to run? Well, she thinks he's innocent in all of this.
Okay. Go. And never come back here.
Tell Audrey I said goodbye.
I can't,
Why?
because I haven't seen you.
I was going to say. Wiping his prints for him. Harrison
dearest
isn't
Hannah.
leaving.
He is and always will be my phantom limb.
So he knew Dexter loved him. Okay. Try to talk without crying. So that last part of the letter where he says, "Let me die so my son can live." That's basically what was playing out there between him and Harrison, which kind of ties it up a little bit better. Makes a little bit more sense. It did seem odd that Harrison was actually going to shoot him, but at the same time, they've shown his impulsiveness and they've shown him willing to do a bad thing if it is for the better. I don't know how else to phrase that. So Harrison did know a little bit more than what he was leading on with Dexter originally, but he still didn't know as much as we thought he might know. I'm not surprised that Dexter ended up being killed. It does feel weird to leave stuff hanging out there, and it's not really hanging out there, but it kind of is. Angel on his way up, but then we also passed all the FBI and state troopers and whoever all those law enforcement vehicles were. It's not really hanging out there, but it is kind of hanging out there. It's not because we know they're going to process the scene there at Caldwell's and they're going to tie everything to Caldwell, that sort of thing. We know that Angela is taking the blame for shooting Dexter. That's why she said an officer involved shooting. So even if she didn't have an airtight case against him as far as Matt or necessarily the Bay Arbor butcher, she did have an airtight case against him as far as Logan. And since he was running, I think I don't think we're to assume any harm will come to her as far as repercussions or anything. Are you taking care of mommy? Is she crying again over silly stuff? Is she crying over a serial killer? Yeah. The show could still have a spinoff with Harrison, so I don't know if that is happening or not. I do want to watch the special features. Um, if there's anything important, I don't even know what the special features are, so I'm going to take a look at that. But I will say that the storyline was much better than Deb being in love with him and that weirdness. And it goes, one of the complaints, well, first of all, one of the complaints was that if he was following the real pattern of a real serial killer, he would have accounted for
all the, a third of the murders of Miami or something like that. But, they don't always get away with it either. And so this kind of puts a pin in that cushion for the fact that he didn't get to continue getting away with it. And he did look at the knives when it came to Angela. I don't know if he would have, I guess if push comes to shove, if he had to kill her, he would have. But you don't want to think that he would have done it. But he did say that he's never felt love until that point, which was his love for Harrison. Can't talk about that. You know, it's kind of a it's kind of a not a misnomer, but it's kind of misgiven. People think that those who are diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder or sociopath or psychopathy, that they can't care or love for somebody, but the majority do. It's just not your societal take on what a healthy relationship is. They do care about folks and they will do things to protect certain people, that kind of stuff. Whether they are actually in love or, something like that, I don't know. But they can care about other people. And folks think that if you have adult antisocial personality, that no, you can't. But that's not true, which is what psychopathy and sociopath concepts fall under is adult antisocial personality. Now, there's also antisocial behavior, which is different. That's like racketeering and drug dealing, that kind of stuff. But antisocial behavior is not the same thing as antisocial personality disorder. So, hi. I heard hissing. Yep, still hear hissing. Or maybe it wasn't hissing. I don't know what that noise was. I couldn't hear it over the Dexter music. So, at any rate, I do appreciate this ending much better. I still think they could have a spinoff. I'll look into whether they're going to have one or not. I purposely didn't research that because I didn't want any spoilers. And now I get to finish watching others react to it. I think I said everything that I want to say. If I had anything additional, it'll have been in the editing. I have short-term memory when it comes to a lot of stuff, so I can't always remember what I've said and what I was thinking at different times. But thank you all for joining me on this journey, and I will see you on whatever the next journey is. Bye.